Came across a situation this past weekend that was a little clucked up. One of my chickens almost died. Are you done? I have 8 chickens, and I came out to count my chickens, and I only had 7. And my birds don't free range, so there's really no way one of them could have got out. But after a little bit of searching, I found one of my chickens in a very weird place, in a bad situation. And I found there is something very dangerous going on inside my chicken coop. And here it is. These hay bales. Every year when it starts to get cold out, I just stack a couple bales next to the walls right here, just to add a little bit of extra warmth. And the chickens like to sleep on top of these as well. What I didn't think was going to be a problem though, is a little gap we used to have between the bales and the wall. It has since been filled in, and my missing bird was wedged between the bales and the wall, about a foot down, with only a little piece of wing sticking up. Not moving, and I was sure the bird was dead. When I'm home, I like to check on my birds every day. We have a really good system to where if I wanted to, I can leave the birds alone for 5 days at a time. But on this day, I didn't check the chickens the day before because I was sick. So it's possible that bird could have been wedged between that bale, stuck upside down for over 24 hours. So when I pulled her out, she wasn't in the best shape. As soon as I released her, she was limping around a little bit, and it just triggered all of the chickens to try to kill her. They all ran her into the ground and started pecking at her. So it was time to get the dog crate, bring the chicken in the house, and try to make it healthy again. So we started out with the scrambled eggs and the oatmeal. We did a nice Epsom salt bath, followed by the hair dryer, which she really enjoyed. And after it looked like she was doing pretty good, it was time to bring her out and reunite her with the flock. Easy enough, we've done this a few times, but this time was different. Once again, when I released her, all of the chickens ganged up and tried to kill her. They may seem cute, but these things are just vicious little dinosaurs. You see, weakness in a flock member is a call to violence. I didn't want to bring this chicken back into the house. She was not happy being cooped up inside that cage. So I was determined to get her reintegrated with the flock. So for 2 days, I had to become a chicken. Becoming a chicken really taught me a lot about how the flock mentality works. So anytime a fight would break out, I'd find the chicken that was inciting the violence, and I just grab that chicken, turn it upside down, and hold it, and make sure all the other chickens saw this happening. I had to show the chickens who's boss. Some of the lesser chickens learn this pretty quick, and you start to learn that these smaller birds like this, they're pretty much just pawns of the flock. It's birds like this one right here that controls everything. So this hen here is a beast. If you look down here, she's got big spurs. Even though she's a hen, she got big spurs. She's bigger than the others. So this weird thing happens when you just have hens. You're going to get one hen that wants to become the leader of the flock, and they start to grow spurs, and they start acting like roosters. The only thing she doesn't do is crow. By far the boss. Until now. I learned that all the chicken violence stemmed down to the boss chicken, and she saw the weakness in the chicken that was trying to get reintegrated. So she was the one that was leading the others into violence. And you can see this behavior here, where I have the chicken that I'm trying to reintegrate still inside the dog kennel, just inside the run. She was just pacing back and forth around that thing. She wanted to get this chicken real bad. So I picked her up, showed her who's boss, but that was not good enough. So they say when you have a chicken that's being a bully, you lock up the bully. So that's what I did. I tossed her inside the dog kennel so all the other members of the flock can see her and see how humiliated she is. It was very weird. It's like when she was locked up, the sicker chicken could hang out with the other chickens and no violence would break out. Just after doing this, it seemed to just reset the flock almost immediately. As soon as I released the bully hen, there was a lot less attention to the chicken we're trying to bring back in. And it's just so wild because here we are now. All the chickens are just acting like they usually act when they're hanging out here doing work in the chicken composting system. And there's the bird that we reintroduced. She's doing pretty good now, not hopping around as much. All the other chickens are in here. They're not fighting. She's even been sitting with the others on this roost bar. Tails perked up real nice. And it just seems like all is well with the flock now. And it's just such a relief because I did not know what I was going to do with this bird. I don't want to give birds away or cull any birds. And I knew she wasn't sick with something that can go to the rest of the flock. But they just seem to notice that weakness, and I guess they're just looking out for the benefit of the whole entire flock. You want to keep away the weak and the sick. And there's no hard feelings with me and the top hen. She still comes over looking for food. But now my chickens know I'm the top hen. So to summarize this video, we have to watch out for dangers in our chicken coop. Something as simple as a straw bale pushed against a wall creates a gap that can make a chicken get stuck. It's like a freak accident, but it can happen. So fill in those gaps. And if you are going to reintegrate a chicken back to the flock, and the flock does not accept the chicken, you need to step up and tell that top chicken who's boss. Some people might do this with violence. We chose not to use violence because I like all my chickens. They're just doing what chickens do. So that's my chicken story for the weekend. Hopefully someone could learn from this so you don't have crushed chickens or big chicken fights breaking out. And if you do, now you know how to fix it. Thanks for watching.